Live, we're going to be tasting the wine, award-winning wine from Valerie Bertinelli, who's going to be joining us live. Amy, look at these awards. There's too many to mention.
I was reading this earlier. I didn't even know she had this many awards for her wine. I mean, I know her wine's good. Everybody talks about it, but that's amazing.
Amy, it's a passion project that we can't wait to share with you. If you sometimes feel overwhelmed with wine, we are so proud of the success that Valerie Bertinelli's line has had here on HSN. The customer pick status, I'm a big fan as well. I want to show you the options and we'll dive into them, we'll taste them, we'll talk about them.
Absolutely. You
could choose a 3-bottle set or the choice of 12. And if you do the 3, you can choose 3 of the Rosé, 3 of the Chardonnay, 3 of the Sangiovese, or 3 of the Cabernet. Best value is always going to be the choice of 12. That's what I do on auto ship because it brings the price down to around $10 a bottle, which is crazy. Choose the white option, which gives you 6 of the Rosé and 6 of the Chardonnay. Nicest Chardonnay I've ever tried, Amy. I can't wait for you to try it, honestly. The red, 6 of the Sangiovese and 6 of the Cabernet. My favorite is the mixed. Why not have a little bit of everything? 3 Rosé, 3 Chardonnay, 3 Sangiovese, and 3 of the Cabernet as well.
That's such a good value on such an award-winning wine. Because, you know, sometimes it's overwhelming when you go to the big wine stores. I am lost. And then you ask for someone's help. Well, they'll share with you what they like that might not necessarily what you like. I want to go to the best.
Well, talking of the best, Emmy Award winner, you talk about Golden Globe Award winner. This past week, #1 New York Times bestseller, the new book, Enough Already. Valerie Bertinelli is live on our Valentine's show. Valerie, how are you? Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. It's so lovely to see both of you, Amy, Adam. It's so nice to be here. Thank you for having me on such a lovely night.
Oh, Valerie, it's our pleasure. I was telling Amy before the show about this is such a passion project for you. Will you share with everybody how the wine came to be?
Yeah, this is, so my daddy, he loved his wine. We grew up in a big, beautiful Italian family. There was always a big jug of wine, of white and red and everything on the table. Even the little kids got a little, you know, juice glass full of wine. So this label that I'm about to show you and that you've been seeing is our family crest. And my mother, who is an amazing artist, as well as my brother Patrick is an amazing artist, my mother drew this at first and painted it. And then Patrick, knowing what a crazy cat lady I am, he added the little kitty cats here. So this label is just all me. I wish my daddy had been alive to be able to see what his name is covering right now. He would be so proud of this because he loved his wine.
Well, Valerie, we want to get started. We're going to dive in with the Rosé. I'm going to pour
okay, that's where we're starting. I'm sorry, I poured ahead.
Amy was diving right into the Cabernet.
You can't put me in front of the red and not try it.
Valerie, tell us what we can expect with the Rosé.
The Rosé is going to be something a little bit sweeter. So you're going to want a little bit more of a sweeter palate for this. This is something, it's got a little bit of raspberry in there. It's a beautiful light wine. It's not too heavy. The color is gorgeous. And speaking of Valentine's Day, if you want to have a beautiful little cocktail, may I suggest that you add a little, some ice in here, a little bit of sparkling water, put a raspberry in here to kind of bring out the raspberry of the wine, and maybe a little red rose petal. That would be a beautiful cocktail on Valentine's Day.
Amy's going to try this one because I love this Rosé.
Oh, wow, that's so good. Oh, this is very good.
Not overly sweet though, right?
No, it's not. I thought it was going to be overly sweet. It's not. Oh, that's delicious.
It's just sweet enough, isn't it? Okay, we can't go any further until we comment on Amy's hair and how much I love it. I just love your hair so much.
Oh my gosh.
I was commenting on it before I came on the air.
Oh, you're
Girl,
so sweet.
You got the hair thing down. I'm just saying.
Oh my gosh, you're so sweet.
Okay, now we can talk about wine.
Oh my gosh, you are too kind. Thank you. So I'll send you a case on how I get it. It's all called Wig in a Can.
Wig in a Can.
I love it.
This is delicious, Valerie. I love this.
You like the Rosé?
I love it.
You could do just 3
Look
bottles
at that
of the
color.
Rosé.
That screams Valentine's Day, doesn't it?
Oh, Rosé all day.
Rosé all day?
Yeah.
Okay, we're going to segue into our next, which is the Chardonnay. Valerie, I didn't like Chardonnay until I tried your Chardonnay. I really didn't. I found them too dry. I found them hard to drink.
Really?
Tell us about yours.
That's delicious.
This is right up my alley. So I like a Chardonnay. I mean, in California, we like our Chardonnays really oaky, but I like to lighten up just a touch. So my winemaker, Nancy, she knew exactly what I liked. And she knows that I like that oaky kind of like undertone, but I want it to be a little bit fruity as well and not too sweet. I definitely don't want a Chardonnay that's too sweet, but I want it to be also drinkable all on its own. I mean, yes, you can have some cheese and crackers. You can sit out by the pool. You can sit out in the snow. I just want everyone to know I have actually put this wine in a snowbank to keep it cold, because that's what we do when we're snowed in. If anybody's snowed in, order the wine, put it in your
Please, I
snowbank.
know. Have it delivered right to your house. You don't have to go anywhere. I'm from Michigan. And we had to go out to get our wine. No, please, just deliver it right there. I'll just, right? Cheers. Yes.
What do you think, Amy?
This is delicious. It's not too dry. You know, sometimes
It's sometimes hard to drink.
It's hard to drink.
Yeah.
This is not that at all. And you're right, that subtle warmth of that oakiness, it's just perfect.
Okay,
A little bit of fruit in there, a little pear.
I'd love to take just a second now to remind everybody this presentation is flying. If you would like to order the most award-winning wine that we have featured on HSN, we have these available for you now. As you can see, we have a huge fan with Amy. I'm already on auto ship. You got to try this as well. You can choose 3 bottles of either the rosé, the chardonnay,
Fabulous.
the sangiovese.
The fabulous rosé. This is the best rosé I've ever had.
We got to take it for the rosé.
The best rosé I've ever had.
Okay. You could do the 3 bottle or do the 12. If you do the math, the 12 bottle works out to around $10 a bottle. That's for award-winning wine. That's crazy. If you choose the white, you get 6 of the rosé and 6 of the chardonnay. If you choose the red, you're going to get 6 of the sangiovese, 6 of the cabernet, or the mixed gives you 3 of everything. Valerie, I know you've had this a lot from all the hosts that have been on with you, and Amy was the same when I was talking to her earlier. Tell us about sangiovese, because I'd never tried this one either.
Me neither, I can't wait.
Sangiovese, it's an Italian grape, and you can grow it here in Napa, which is where we grow it, and make this gorgeous wine with it. Now it's just kind of like very smooth on the palate. There are no tannins at the end. So when you drink it, you're just getting all of that black cherry and all of that lovely, smooth, silky flavor that you want from a red wine that's totally drinkable. Again, you could make a lasagna à la bechamel that I actually have a recipe for. If you guys want to go look online, it's an amazing recipe. Or you can get my book, and there's a recipe in there for a lasagna from my mom. But this would drink beautifully with it. Any kind of red sauce, any kind of risotto. It's just, and you know what? You can also drink it all by itself because it's a really lovely, silky wine.
You know, a social drink, you sit down, you're having friends over, you're having a nice meal.
Yes,
it's nice to
Adam.
have a bottle of wine ready to go, right, Valerie?
Yes, absolutely. These make amazing gifts, especially when you get the 12-pack, because then you have something that you can bring. I can never go to someone's house without bringing a bottle of wine. It's just, I don't know, it's ingrained in me.
But you did all
from
the
a very,
work.
very young age.
Thank you for doing all the work.
This is, any one of these wines at any time will be a beautiful housewarming gift, or when you go over to your girlfriends for book group. I serve it at book group. I don't want to do all the talking. I'm sorry. I'm just like, I'm taking all the conversation away.
No, you made award-winning wines easily accessible and affordably priced, because I get overwhelmed. We have this big wine store. I forget what it's called. The wine shop? Oh, Lord.
Valerie Bertinelli?
Exactly. And I walk in, Valerie, and there must be thousands of wines. French wines, Italian wines, Napa Valley. I'm like,
it's a challenge.
It's a challenge. And I want to buy the best, but I don't want to spend $100 on a bottle of wine, right? Because then that's one night. These are affordable and they're award-winning.
But so often we're guided by price. We think the more expensive it is, the better it is, right, Valerie?
And I can tell you from just experience that that's not necessarily so.
Right.
Because you don't have to have an expensive wine for it to taste really good. I actually, we're not going to tell anybody, but I was having dinner with a wonderful chef friend of mine, and he brought out this beautiful old French wine. It must have been $1,000, and I couldn't drink it. So I gave my glass to someone else who could appreciate it. But I just thought it was just there was too many tannins.
See?
These are so silky and smooth.
Smooth. That's exactly.
Smooth.
Now I love a good cab.
This is the Cabernet.
Okay.
Here we go. This is the ultimate test, Valerie.
This is the OG, the cab to beat all cabs.
Oh my word.
Awards.
Oh my word. Valerie, I see why you want, that is delicious.
You love it?
Isn't that lovely?
Oh, I need to let it rest a little bit, but look at that. Oh, that's I know we're
Give it a little swirl in your glass.
Oh, it's very good.
A nice little swirl, air it up a little bit.
Sorry, Adam's gonna make me laugh here with my tannins. You can't make me laugh. This is very good. I'm trying to sip.
Laughing is good. Always laugh.
Oh
Always
my
laugh.
gosh. So now explain a little difference, because your cab, now this one is not, usually sometimes cabs also have a bite to them and they're a little dry. Yeah. This one is not at all.
This is, I mean, yes, it is a little bit on the drier side, but you're right. It is not as dry as some of those cabs that you can buy where you're like, you pucker up. This will not give you a pucker. There's not those tannins, again, at the end, but you get that nice, full, chewy red in there when you want to have a steak, when you want to really like just have a great barbecue steak. This is what you can drink with that. I have this steak that I grill. No, I don't grill. In my cast iron pan, and you sear those edges. And okay, now I want to have a steak. I'm gonna have to go out and get a steak just so I can finish this wine.
I love you.
But the thing I like about it too, again, you don't have to have food. You know how some wines you have to have food to go to, like, kind of maybe make it go down a little bit more smoothly. This goes down so smoothly, even without any food.
Food is overrated, Valerie. We don't need food, we just need wine.
Good
That's
wine.
It. Yeah, forget food. Just sit down, have a good glass of wine. Guess what? It fixes everything. At the end of the day—
That's how sexy that color is. That's
right?
so
And your kids
pretty.
don't do the homework. You burnt the steaks.
Bring out the
Forget
Valerie.
about it. You had a bad day. Forget about it. Bring out the wine. All is good. The world comes together. Life is amazing. And this is award-winning wine, affordably priced. I need no excuse. Do you?
No excuse is required. $10 and change per bottle if you go for the 12 bottle.
Are you kidding me?
I don't know how we do that. I have no idea how we can get away with that, but it's amazing.
Valerie, we're asking everybody tonight to please complete the rhyme if you can. Roses are red, violets are blue.
I got some kick butt wine. How about you?
Yay! That's awesome. Valerie, congratulations on the #1 best-selling book, Enough Already. It is available online right now at hsn.com. What an amazing presentation.